Hey guys, me here again, and this time I'm going to be reviewing Thirst Number 1 by Christopher Pike. Technically, it's the omnibus of the first three books of the last vampire. It's a bind up of the last vampire series that Christopher Pike wrote, and I just loved it. It was so good. The third book kind of frustrated me, but it was really good, and now I really need to read more. I rated a 9 out of 10. It was absolutely great. This will be a no spoilers review, and since this is only it's 3 books in one, it's gonna take some time to describe, but not as much. Now on to the synopsis. As to blood. Ah, blood. The whole subject fascinates me. I do like that as well, warm and dripping, when I am thirsty, and I am often thirsty. Alyssa has been in control of her urges for the 5,000 years she has been a vampire. She fears, but does not kill, and she lives her life on the fringe to maintain her secret. But when her creator returns to hunt her, she must break her own rules in order to survive. Her quest leads her to Ray. He is the only person who can help her. He also has every reason to fear her. Alyssa must get closer to him to ensure her immortality. But as she begins to fall in love with Ray, suddenly there is more at stake than her own life. Now that synopsis mostly describes the first book, called The Last Vampire. The second book is Black Blood, and the third book is Red Dice. Now, in the first book, Alyssa is being investigated by her creator from 5,000 years ago, in 3000 BC, before people started recording history. And so things start to get a little shaky with the whole thing. And then it has this unexpected ending, but then you know there's going to be more, because look how thick this book is. You just know there's going to be more. So she is one of the last vampires left on Earth. And she meets Ray through some unexpected circumstance, and through some unexpected circumstances, she starts to fall in love with him. And then that's how basically it is in that book, in the first one. But in the second one, oh god, so much drama. Things happen, people die that you don't expect to. And then, that's all I'm going to say on the second one. But in the third book, completely frustrated me because it brought in US government stuff, and how it just made people look really stupid, in my opinion. Because I really honestly do think people are stupid at times, but it's that just went off the charts there. It just totally frustrated me. I wanted to stop right there, in the beginning or the middle of the third book, Red Dice. But then I was I'm almost done. I should try to get through it. And it was just so frustrating and so struggling to get through. It's just so good, but it just frustrated me. It's I don't want to put it down, but at the same time, I want to stop. But now that I've gotten through it, I want to read the second one, Thirst Number 2, which I have at my library, which I'm thankful for. But I really wanted to stop reading at the third book. It was amazing. The first 2 books were great. I loved them. Third book, completely frustrating. I wanted to beat somebody over the head with the book at one point. It was so, ugh. It gives you those feels, and you get attached to some characters and then they just disappear. It's it just frustrates you to no end. I know I'm repeating myself, but it just honestly really, really, really frustrating and irritating and aggravating. Ugh. I can't really say too much more about the book. this is the first book I've read of Christopher Pike. It's a really old book. I think he started the last vampire series in 1994, if I remember correctly. So it's really old. But I really loved it. If you like vampires and that kind of thing, I recommend it. Because Christopher Pike writes, like, a lot of YA thrillers. Like, this one is vampires. The next book that he writes, Remember Me, is from like 1989, and it's like a girl being brought back to life. But that's all I have to really say because I'm being rushed here by my guardians. But again, I rate this a 9. A 9 out of 10. Thirst #1 by Christopher Pike. It's a bind up of the first 3 books in the last vampire series that he wrote. So that's all I really have to say. The next thing I'm going to be reading is Remember Me. This is the entire Remember Me series, which is like 3 or 4 books. And it's going to be really thick and so enjoyable. It's like I don't have to wait to get the next book. It's just a whole bind up. And then after that, I'm going to be reading Dead Inside by Jane Roberts. And then Forbidden by Tabitha Suzuma. So that's all I really have as an update. So I guess I'll see you guys later. Bye!